Welcome to today's liquidity report, ladies and gentlemen, and we start right away into today's call. Thank you for taking the time and watching this. This report here is to give you the news from the markets, give you the news around crypto, give you the news around politics, and everything in regards what you need to know to play the game of crypto and to play the game of wealth right. So let's dive right into it. First of all, we take a look at the fear and greed index. We have right now in the market extreme fear, which means the markets are extremely concerned about what's going on, and this as well for its reasons. So we go more deep into the topics. We have right now a Bitcoin price of $64,000 and an Ethereum price of $1,856. Today is the 24th February 2026, and we go right into the topics. If you don't follow me right now, follow me on Twitter on BRS _ official. I'm always posting and sharing the market insights here as well. And yeah, we go right into the topic. So today in the morning, we dropped to $62,700. We recovered a little bit. We saw it here before 64K. And yeah, the comment here says everything. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Is it everything? I'm going a little bit deeper into that topic right now. And yeah, let's go and start right off with the first topics. The first topic is the whole Iran conflict. This is a very sensitive topic because if this gets started, we are right in front of World War III. And that will not be very good for the markets. It will bring a lot of uncertainty into the market. And obviously, in my personal opinion, it will crash the whole market, what it's already is doing. We are talking here not about regular conflict. We are talking here about nuclear war, basically, what could be triggered. And it's definitely not good. It's as well not just a conspiracy. We have companies, we have countries, as example, like India, which gives out travel warnings. And I have as well a few close friends in the UAEs, which said as well they received warnings to leave the country, etc., etc. So definitely it's not going to be something to take, which should be taken lightly. It needs to be taken very seriously. And let's hope we are not getting more into conflicts like that. We have as well on the other side, from the side of China, attacks on the AI space. So we are not just in a war like we knew it before, where we have people fight against each other. We have an economic war. We have a technology war. We have as well weather involved in the whole equation. And on the other side, we have, of course, as well violence. So yeah, we see here the conflict is getting more and more heated every day. And this goes here into the topic of the extreme fear, obviously, that we have on the market, extreme fear. But we have as well bullish news. So we have on one side crypto.com, which classified as a US crypto bank. You see here, crypto approval to operate as a national US crypto bank, what is quite bullish. We will as well see afterwards if I'm bullish or bearish on the markets, what my opinion is, what's going on, but we will go more deep into that. Because right now, or the previous few months, we saw mainstream adoption. We saw bullish after bullish after bullish news. We saw countries adopt Bitcoin and crypto, and everything got more bigger and more bigger, but still, we received what we have here, and I will give you my outlook afterwards. The not so bullish news, I mean, we had obviously, besides the market action we had here, or in regards of the market action we had here, we had huge liquidations and a lot of wealth basically wiped out from the market. So we have $650 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 24 hours. We have here on the regular stock market over $700 billion wiped out from the US stock market today. And we have here companies, I mean, we need to go a little bit deeper into that topic. We have here companies like Microsoft, like Meta, which are like 3.4% down. And if you think about, I mean, when you are coming out of the crypto space, you think, 3.4% is nothing. But that's quite a lot of money because those companies are huge. They have much bigger market caps than just the Solana as example. You have here as example MasterCard, Visa card, which is down 6%, Tesla 3.7%. So this is quite a big deal here. Because if you think about, we have a lot of funds from hardworking people which receive their pension, etc., from this kind of or from those stocks. So that's quite a big deal, you know, when you take a look at the whole retirement accounts, etc., etc. So back to the topic. Let's go back to the timeline here. You have people like Michael Saylor saying, hey, the Bitcoin dip is a sale, but you need to see it always out of the direction. What is the motivation of someone saying that? Because obviously Michael Saylor has a huge interest that Bitcoin pumps because his company MicroStrategy is holding like boatloads of Bitcoin. You have them right now, when you take a look at the numbers right now, you have them at a loss of $9.5 billion. Obviously, it's an unrealized loss, but I see this here, or not just him specifically, but him as an example, as a huge risk in this market. And what is this risk? This risk, it's leverage. People are highly over leveraged. People who are lending money to invest, basically, because if you are familiar with that, what happens here is, if you receive a margin call, what happens is you need to bring more money. I don't know the specific how the deals look like from Michael Saylor, or if he just sold off equity to buy Bitcoin basically, or if he lended a lot of money. I heard he lended a lot of money at zero interest, whatever, but I don't know where the margin call levels are, etc. But the thing is, if you as an individual, as example, let's say you're lending your Bitcoin against a dollar loan, okay? Then when, as example, you receive $100,000 for one Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes down in price to $80,000 or $60,000, the bank or the exchange tells you, hey, you need to bring more money right now that your Bitcoin is not getting liquidated. So you say maybe, okay, I believe long-term in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down at 60K. I bring 40 racks as example, 40. Then and when this keeps on going, Bitcoin goes more down. You need to bring more and more money. And at one point, you maybe say, fuck, I'm out of money. I cannot bring any money anymore. Your position gets liquidated. So you lose the collateral you brought. You still received obviously you still received a loan against it, you know, but most of the times the loan is less. And then you have really a problem. And this I'm seeing playing out right now on a larger scale. So you need to be very careful and don't play around in this market with leverage. In my personal opinion, if you want to short just with 1x, so you basically just can lose the funds you are investing and not more, basically. So this is super important. I had my experiences with those leverage kind of stuff, and I swore to myself, hey, keeping my fingers away from it. If I buy something, I buy it with cash, and that's it. Spot basically, and you are sleeping much calmer. You cannot do very risky stuff. You cannot do big steps, but one step after another. In my personal opinion, for me, it worked always better. Good. And then we have stuff here as example from the UAE. Second largest bank, Emirates NBD, says Bitcoin is digital gold. And now position myself and tell you what I think right now about the markets. So me personally, I think we will go down short, midterm, more. I think we will see price levels of 30,000, of maybe even 20,000 per Bitcoin. 40,000 for me is like there starts the buy zone where you can start to accumulate, where you can start to stack more. Anyway, I'm a believer of a dollar cost average. So step by step buying more and more, because Bitcoin and all the cryptos have proven themselves over a long term, and I'm for a long time in the markets, and that it makes sense to accumulate them. So, but why I'm a little bit bullish right now is we had the last months the news which we wished for years, or for years we wished for those news. What I mean is, I'm a Bitcoin and crypto OG. So I got back into the crypto space back in 2015, and I made a lot of money off this stuff. And always we said, wow, what's going to happen if governments start to talk about it, if we get the mainstream adoption, etc., etc. But now we have the mainstream adoption here. We have the US president talking about Bitcoin and co. We have, other presidents, other governments talking about it, that they are doing, that the reserves of the countries in, or that they are setting up the reserves of the countries in the specific currencies we are talking right now about, etc., etc., etc. We have banks, we have ETFs, etc., etc. So you get what I mean? Like we have huge demand, but we had the other way around. And in my personal opinion, the market is hugely manipulated. We have a lot of players inside here who benefit a lot from this manipulation, and this is just a problem. Besides of the whole Epstein situation, where we have basically clearly stated that Epstein funded Bitcoin at the very start, what would mean as well that other forces may are behind the whole Bitcoin thing. So that are all risks which you need to take in place. I'm a big fan of Bitcoin, don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of the decentralization. I'm a big fan of the technology, but you need to be aware of the risks. And in my personal opinion, you should not just go all in into one asset. It's my personal opinion. I am a big fan that I'm as well not the guy who says you need to diversify in everything, but make sure that you not just go all in one thing. Because if Bitcoin, and I don't think it will, and I don't hope it will, but if Bitcoin disappears tomorrow because it was, I don't know, Trojan horse from a specific government, which I will not mention right now, but you know what I'm talking about, then you are basically you are in the pool. When the pool drains the water, you're there without any swimming pants. So you don't want to be that guy. So in my personal opinion, make sure that you are a little bit in gold, that you are a little bit in whatever it is, collectibles, watches, or whatever is tradable, whatever has a market for it. It can as well be real estate if you like personal real estate. But make sure that you are a little bit in different asset classes, because if the one asset class collapses, you still have some backup. Okay, good. Then let's see the next news. Meta. Meta reportedly plans to begin stablecoin integration in the second half of this year. So we see big companies like Meta, as example, adopting crypto. Here is the big question. If the people who are a little bit longer in the space, they may remember that Meta planned to launch its own stablecoin. I'm not sure if they had plans to run a CBDC or if it was just a decentralized thing they wanted to do. They wanted to do this back in the days in Switzerland, but it failed because they received a big shitstorm and they basically pulled the whole project. So that's something here which gets interesting, where we see, as I said, a lot of mainstream is coming in, but we are still waiting on the price action. So then we have Michael Saylor, what I mentioned before, Bitcoin is on sale. And yeah, it's on sale. But the question is just, did we get all discounts already in, or is this only the first stage of discount? As I said, I see prices 40, 30, even 20K, that could happen, that it's realistic. So we see all the big investors with the $8.4 billion loss. So yeah, am I bullish on crypto, on Ethereum, on Solana in the long term? Yes, I am. Do I see short, midterm, bearish market moves? Yes, I do as well. So if you want to position yourself, you have three ways basically, what you can do. If you want to have the lazy way, dollar cost average, if I am wrong, what could be the case, if you are all the time dollar cost averaging, you are lowering your basically your entry price. You can still participate in the upwards momentum, and if it goes down, you just keep on dollar cost averaging. If you want to take a little bit of bigger risk, then you can basically do the following. You wait until we reach the levels of $40,000, $30,000, $20,000 and start to buy up Bitcoin and other cryptos there. I, as well as example, I was take a look before. We can maybe take together a look at it. I was take a look at the Solana price. And I mean, we are here at $77. And obviously, the last bear market FTX crash, it was at $9. I think it was here. Yeah, here. It was at $9, and a lot of people bought in here, went back because we basically told them. And I mean, we are at $77 right now. So Solana as well will be super attractive very soon to buy in, because obviously you need to think as well about when is a project reaching its peak. So can Solana do way more than just this meme hype, etc., etc.? Because was this maybe already the top of the market? We don't know. Like, can the meme market become much bigger? Can those coin trading become much bigger? Because if you think about it, everyone I know was running around with a Phantom wallet. So can the market become much bigger or not? That's the question you need to answer yourself. I believe in all those technologies. I think we have here a quite good thing going, but you just need to ask yourself, can the market become much more bigger? As example, when you compare it with AI, I was see last time that of the 7-8 billion people we have around the world, only like 1 billion of all the people was ever using AI. Will this become bigger? Yes. And only like a few million people are using paid AI programs or AI tools. So will this become bigger? Yes, there is upwards momentum. And is the Solana, etc., can this become much bigger? I think yes as well, but that's the questions you need to ask yourself. So then we have the last one, which I want to take a look at. BlackRock ETF has sold 117 billion. It's not million, billion in, no, sorry, it's a million. No, it's billion. Billion in Bitcoin. And if you think about those numbers, are crazy. Is this now some conspiracy that BlackRock is selling their holdings, etc.? No, what I think here, what is happening is obviously they want to make money off this whole Bitcoin movement, of this whole crypto movement. And it's clients of them which are selling, obviously, which are scared right now, which are pressing the red button, and they are just executing it at the end of the day. What worries me a little bit more, as example, is if I see Vitalik selling his Ethereum holdings, who is the developer of Ethereum. Maybe he just, to develop his project, etc., he needs some cash. It's as well possible, but it's just something where he's saying, if the founder already is jumping off the boat, you know what I mean. So we have some special times here. I would, if you, as I said, if you want to navigate the market right now, dollar cost average, one solution, buy in when we are at the bottom, or as well, if you want, what in my personal opinion are good opportunities right now to short the market. You need to be very careful. I would not do more than 1x, so not big leverage trades, but you can obviously short the market. And if you want, like if you have a conviction, as example, you say, I see clearly the market goes to 40K, then what you can do is you can short all this trash here on hyperliquid. So you can basically say, okay, I see here Toncoin as example, I see this thing going to 50 cents, then you can just short it, or even like more volatile altcoins. As example, I said this before in my German community, I shorted as example Notcoin. And for me, this was clear because like the whole narrative around it was dying. And I shorted it around, I think here in start of 2025. And you see here, since then, it dropped basically almost 96%. So obviously this was a good decision, but it was pretty clear because the narrative was dying, the altcoin market was anyway dying. And then I said, okay, let's go in here, let's make it like this. And that's how I basically did it. Okay, guys, you hear us? Peace out from my side and enjoy. By the way, follow me here on this channel on BRS_official, and as well join our Telegram group. It's all for free. I'm giving this out as added value, and I'm looking to have you in our community. Peace out.